After the end of the Tournament of Strength, Goku spent some relaxing time with his family. Goku had great interest in meeting his parents to live in prosperity after he became highly regarded thanks to Zeno, as he had contributed greatly to the enjoyment of the king in his Tournament of Power. Goku held a high position and was now highly respected by the supreme rulers. Goku greeted his parents with a generous welcome and introduced them to his culture and everything Goku had done in the past years. The relatives met each other. Chi-Chi also had a personal acquaintance with Jin. All of this was a gift from Zeno, who rewarded Goku by meeting his parents who were killed by Frieza previously. Goku used to spend a lot of time with Bardock in agricultural work, and also sometimes both of them resorted to training until Bardock was able to realize a high level within his strength and obtained a new transformation after a short period of training. All of this was being watched by a familiar person, the person who was close to Goku and liked to meet him on combat occasions and competitions. But now this person is filling his heart with hatred towards Goku directly after the end of the Power Tournament. He is Beerus, who has become hates Goku in particular, since the time he had a high status with Mr. Zeno and met his parents. There has been no meeting between Beerus and Goku. Even the earth food that Beerus was enjoying was only allowed to never look at Goku again. On the planet Beerus, and in a discussion between Beerus and Whis, where Whis wondered about the condition of Beerus, who became pretending differently than usual. He also gets very moody every time he gets into an argument with Whis. Here Beerus responded by saying literally, "Well, my words may sound strange to you, but I hope you understand me. Since the time I met Goku, I have become completely different and kind to the people of Earth. I have also given up my duties as a destroyer. Not only that, and this is not what bothered me, but the time when I saw that this ordinary creature had become an enormous level of power. But more than that, he became more interested in the king than us. But Beerus, don't you see that this will contribute to the elevation of our position? Goku is from us as long as he is from the 7th universe, so he is a source for prosperity for this universe 7 compared to the rest of the universes. I don't care about that Whis. My problems are personal problems, and now I see that Goku will pose a danger to us as a ruler of destruction. He has become very powerful. Who knows? This may happen with the rest of the people, especially his father Bardock. Don't you see how he has become so caring for him? Put aside this nonsense, Beerus, and go to your bedroom. You should rest a little. This is all just a mood, and you should come to your senses." Beerus knew at this moment that Whis would not support him emotionally, and would not stand in support of his idea. So Beerus became angry more than before and thought of sharing this idea with the rest of the rulers of destruction, especially since they hated Goku after he defeated them in a tournament of strength. But Beerus had a barrier that prevented him from this matter. It is the close relationship between Goku and Zeno. If it is discovered that he is plotting to endanger Goku, then he will be subjected to severe punishment, the severity of which no one except the king knows. The days continued in this way, and on the planet Earth, Bardock was happy to fight Goku and also trained with him on his own farm. Until this moment, Bardock decided to inform Goku about a secret as a surprise to him after the years he spent on Earth, where he spoke saying, "Well, son, listen to me now. I want to tell you something. Actually, I'm keeping a secret from you, and I think now is the right time to tell you." "What do you say?" "Well, it seems that you want to say that you have attained a new level and hide it from me. I see recently that you have become more interested in training, and you are seeking to possess one new transformation after another, right?" "I'm not like this. Actually, my son, your mother is pregnant, and in a few months she will give birth to a new son, who will be your brother." "What are you saying, Dad? That's good news. I never expected that you are still intending to have a son. What very good news." Goku was happy when he found out that his mother would give birth to a younger brother, who would be Gohan and Goten's uncle. In fact, Jin has been staying at Chi-Chi's house mostly to spend time with her to take care of household chores. Gohan received the news from Goku that Jin will give birth to a young uncle, which made Gohan rejoice and make the entire family gather in one meeting to celebrate this news. But will this happiness continue among individuals? Beerus had actually made his way to meet all the ruler, and then each one of them spoke as follows. "Well, Beerus, I knew that sooner or later you would regret it and you would think of tricks to bring down that so-called Goku. He is definitely from your universe, and I see that this plays in your interests. But I know your ego, I know your personality. You cannot bear the presence of an ordinary being in front of you, and he surpasses you in the level of your strength and position. We are the rulers of destruction, and we understand each other. If you are well aware of what I am saying and what I feel, then you will find a solution for us now. We want to work to bring down that damned one with his father Bardock. The two have become remarkably elevated. We have to destroy their future. Everyone thought of tricks to get rid of Goku without killing him, and without also leaving him in an open place where Zeno could feeling his strength. So everyone kept thinking for a few hours. All ideas were rejected, considering that Beerus knew very well that it would pose a great danger to him after Zeno would discover that. But a dangerous idea drew the attention of Beerus from the ruler of destruction, which was as follows. Now listen to me, you have to resort to magical powers. It is the power that can be embodied by 6 members of the rulers of destruction. Most of you may be unaware of this aspect, but the truth is that each of us has a companion associated with the spiritual side. It is the side that is controlled only by a consort of ghosts, which it is features that we do not have. Therefore, I recommend that you resort to a magical ritual through which you can embody any consort you want. And then how do you think we will use plan to get rid of Goku? But how do you think we will use the magical powers to get rid of him? I told you that I did not want to kill him. Don't be stupid, Beerus. The magical power will enable you to imprison Goku in the spirit world. It is the world where he will not have a key to get out of as long as he has entered it. Well, how would you advise us to implement this plan? You have to volunteer yourself, Beerus. As long as you are the strongest among us, we will apply this ritual to you. They will gather 6 members of the rulers of destruction, and each one of them will extend the power of Hakai carefully and simultaneously. After that, each person must meditate and conjure the evil side of him. I know that learning these steps will produce an effective result if you focus on your powers. Indeed, 6 of them gathered, while Beerus stood in the middle to apply this ritual to him, where he will conjure up a consort of Beerus, who will have magical features related to the spiritual aspect. All the rulers of destruction gathered in a secluded place to implement the plan in his isolation. The climate of the entire region changed, and the ground shook violently. After a few minutes, he was hit by very strong shocks, which left him screaming at the top of his voice, in pain from the severity of the impact he was subjected to, which cost him a few minutes until Beerus fell completely unconscious. But surprisingly, after the situation returned to normal, it seemed that nothing had changed in the area, as if this had been implemented has gone to waste. The rulers of destruction were disturbed by this, especially since Beerus had been greatly harmed. Beerus returned to his planet after being transported by one of the rulers of destruction, claiming that was engaged in a struggle against him to measure his strength level, and ended up being severely injured. Whis was oblivious to this, and then Beerus went to rest in his own room. He was disturbed by what was going on. After nightfall, Goku went to rest with his wife, and Bardock settled with Jin in the same house. But Goku saw a strange dream at this moment that left him feeling fear and tension for fear of the future of this existence. Goku saw in his dream his little brother who would be born, but the shock was that he saw a strange and unknown being who kidnapped his child, and then killed him right in front of Goku. Goku woke up from his sleep immediately after he saw a terrifying dream. Then he said literally, "It is clear that someone is hatching a plan for me that is about to turn on me with dangers. I have to be careful, especially at this stage. There must be some vengeful people plotting something. Especially since I have a large family and my mother is about to give birth to a new baby. I have to be careful. I'm going to go outside to get some fresh air." On that night, something happened that Beerus had never expected. He felt a headache in his head that made him struggle to settle down, and then a being came out of his body, which was exactly like Beerus. He was shocked after he saw this scene, wondering about the identity of this creature, to answer the other saying, "I am your consort. Congratulations, you have now made covenants with the spirits, and you can now have any help from me, but only on condition that this will rob you of hundreds of years of your life for all the services we perform for you. So then you are my counterpart and whom I performed the rituals to bring." Yes, completely. I know your intentions. Let it be known that I'm able to read your thoughts and be able to match your intentions. There is no need for you to tell me the details. Your tasks that you want to carry out, I am able to accomplish. Beerus rejoiced that night. Although this matter will apply to him with a kind of negativity, given that the compensation he will perform is related to his age and the period of his life. But nevertheless, his main goal was only to get rid of Goku and his parents to live in comfort and reassurance. Beerus thought of using his counterpart to go to the planet Earth and get rid of Goku, but the counterpart replied that this matter would not work at all. He uses one of the individuals who will implement this order and who has a relationship with Goku, so that Beerus can ensure his safety so that he will not be blamed by Zeno. Beerus thought about it until he came up with the idea of using Frieza. As long as Frieza had previously been assigned years ago with the task of destroying planet Vegeta, he now ordered him to propose this idea, but in a peaceful way. Frieza had already headed towards planet Earth. Bardock was shocked when he saw Frieza for the first time after years. Bardock thought of attacking Frieza until Goku stopped him. "Stop, Dad! There is no need for that. I forgot to say that Frieza has returned to his senses, and he has also helped us win in the Tournament of Strength. Do not be afraid of him." "What are you saying, Cockroach? This being has destroyed my life before." "Well, I actually came to help you both. I miss you, Goku. After hearing that you have taken an advanced path in training, I want to measure your strength level." "Well, Frieza, I'm not used to you. But not now. You don't have to bother. We are now busy and concerned only with ourselves." "But Goku, don't you see that this will play in your interest as long as you want to develop your skills? Even my presence may also expose you to positive effects. And do not forget to say that I can develop quickly, and I also had training in previous years. Come on, I want to show you a new level." Goku was afraid that Frieza was planning tricks for him, but he was surprised after Frieza said that the training would take place in the time room, so that the entire area would not be damaged. And this is because Frieza now hides great power. "Well, I will come with you. I hope you stay away, my father." "This is not possible, my son. I do not trust this traitor. He may plot tricks for you. I have to come with you. I must join the fight and guarantee your safety, my son." The trio headed directly to the Kami Tower in order to use the time room. Goku met Dendi at that place and suggested to him the idea of entering the room to book a training appointment between him, Frieza, and his father. Dendi feared that Frieza was planning something, as he was suspicious of this, considering Frieza is not actually normal to ask for a training date. But as long as Goku is strong, he agreed and then allowed him to enter the time chamber. Once the trio entered, Frieza planned to fight directly with Goku, engaging him in a struggle fierce, while Bardock will watch the fight from afar, and this is what happened. It cost them many minutes to end this struggle. Then Frieza discovered that Goku is very strong and confessed to him, while Bardock completely refused to be involved in the conflict with Frieza, and this is because he hated him in the first place and could not bear to look at him. But at this moment, while the two were talking about training and fighting, something strange happened. Bardock noticed the appearance of a black smoke behind Goku made Bardock sure that what he feared would happen now. Bardock hurried at this moment to pounce on this strange object, and then Bardock grabbed this object, which was eventually discovered to be Beerus's consort. But the stranger was that this consort did not appear in his true form for Goku, as he was said. "What are you doing here, Beerus? Cockroach, this creature was about to harm you. I don't know where it came from, but you have to kill it now. I think this is a result of Frieza's actions. What do you say, my father? This is Beerus. This is our old friend. I can't believe a cockroach. I previously trusted your words regarding Frieza. Now he devised a plan to trap us. Kill him now!" The facial expression of this creature does not indicate what you were saying. Consort of Beerus was smiling at this moment. This is because H know that Goku will yearn for him, as he appears to him in the form of Beerus. But unfortunately, what should have happened happened. Frieza intervened at this moment, taking advantage of the force, and then stabbed Bardock behind his back, putting him to the ground. "Well, actually, I deceived you, Goku. You are now locked up in this place, and no one knows about your existence at all. I was planning a plan to put you in jail. What about me being? I was a reason to carry out the task. What is my reward? I think you forgot about me." The consort of Beerus exposed Frieza to a very strong influence, as he was hurt after receiving magic shipments from this consort, but it was not supportive of him. Rather, the intention of this consort was to kill Frieza with severe torment and a negative influence that would invade his body and end his life. Frieza was hurt and fell to the ground. this was not what caught Goku's attention. Bardock now appeared to be on the ground, with blood on his face. He addressed his last words to Goku saying, "Well, my son, in fact, I was afraid of this happening. I knew that someone was making plans to get rid of you. But I think this is the end of me. I am glad that you are alive. Please find a way out and take revenge, and do not forget that there is a son coming who will be your new brother. Save your mother, and do not deprive her of the happiness of her next son. Please, my son." Bardock fell, losing his life, while he was crying hard in pain. After he regretted trusting Frieza's words, he cried out at the top of his voice. Then the place exploded and the floor shook violently, as he said, "I'll never forgive you for everything you've done. Looks like someone has been plotting for a while. If this guy looks like Beerus, there's a good chance he's the reason. But whatever, I promise I'm going to get out of this place, and I'm going to get rid of you." Goku wasn't sure if Beerus was actually the cause of this, but since his evil counterpart looked just like him, Goku first suspected Beerus. Goku first thought of exploiting the time room and training in it, and then he will resort to the plan that comes to his mind, which is liberating his full strength to open gates and escape. But will this strategy work with him? The room now saturated with black magic, which covered it from all places, which means that this escape strategy might not work for him, especially since he did not have magic. Goku continued training, and he was angry every time he saw Bardock lying on the ground, badly injured. Goku's main motivator is to keep training intensely. In the outside world, Dend is a bit worried because Goku has entered the time room with Frieza. But it took longer than usual. It took almost a few hours, and Goku did not come out yet. Knowing that Goku claimed that he would take a short-term fight with Frieza inside, no more than a few minutes only in the outside world. This made Dendi suspect that something was wrong. At this moment, on planet Beerus, Beerus was talking to his counterpart in his private room without knowing. And this is because his counterpart is able to hide from the sight of anyone who wants. As he possesses black magic, which was lax, the dialogue took place as follows. "Well, Beerus, how do I appear to you now? I promised you that I would rid you of Got without anyone's knowledge. But know that this has robbed you of many years of your life, which I shall have. So you know that I have come from the world of spirits, and since I now enjoy your years, it means that I will live as long as you fulfill your desires. I don't care about that. The most important thing for me is to get rid of them, but there are the rest in the ground. There is Vegeta, and there is Gohan, and I doubt that these people will discover the fact that Goku is imprisoned in the time chamber. Do not worry about that, Beerus. You must be fully aware that the time chamber is surrounded by black magic, which means that Goku will remain stuck. Even if anyone thinks of saving him, he will not be able. Let me tell you that there is a surprise that I have hidden on Goku, which you will discover soon inside. But let me tell you something. I will not stop there. We have big goals, and I want us to work from now on to overthrow every deity and to obtain more blessings. And we want to take over this world in the future. And this, of course, is something that will be in our interest, as long as we have black magic, which is what everyone lacks." Beerus was shocked by this matter, as his counterpart seeks to possess power and seize the throne of the king. Zeno may stand against their plans, as he possesses the eraser technique, which frightens Beerus. At these moments, Dendi called Piccolo to inform Gohan that his father was still in the time room, and the two had to find a way to explore the truth about what was going on inside. Gohan was a bit worried after he discovered the matter, especially since Goku and Bardock had been out of sight for a long time, which is something it does not bode well. The two thought of some way to discover what was going on until Piccolo suggested the idea of using the Dragon Ball to make a wish to know the truth about what was going on in the time room. Indeed, Gohan and Piccolo resorted to collecting these balls, and the shock was that the dragon was unable to discover the truth of what was going on inside the temporal chamber, as it was surrounded by a force that was not recognized at all, which is a strange thing for the first time that he heard. Gohan was shocked after he discovered this fact and made a wish that Shinran would work to get Goku out to this place. But Shiran was unable to fulfill this wish, as the shield that surrounds the time chamber is magic, and it is something that prevents anyone from leaving, no matter how much he uses someone's help. This was the greatest disaster that Gohan and his friends faced in their lives. If Goku was stuck, this means that he will at least starve to death, and this is because the food that is in the time room will only last for a year. Goku knew at this moment that he would face death, so he was often not included in the intensification of training and did not try to exhaust his body to a very large extent, where he expressed his words literally. If all this is happening because of Beerus, then in no way can this plan be orchestrated by him alone. It does not seem that Beerus will resort to this plot on his own. There is someone who may have been planning these things for a while, and he took advantage of Beerus. I will release my power now and I will open the gates out. Goku prepared to raise his strength to a great extent, with the intention of getting out of the time chamber by breaking its wall. But nevertheless, Goku was unable to achieve this matter. Goku began to feel confused. He failed to escape, and his friends also failed to save him. And not only that, Beerus now plans to target the rest of the Saiyans and get rid of them. Gohan and Piccolo are isolated and they are hysterical, thinking of a way to save Goku until Beerus entered them with a face that does not bode well, which made Gohan wonder about this strange and intriguing intervention. Beerus answered saying, "Well Gohan, I may look like a weirdo to you now. You used to have a cute face, but now let me tell you that my intention is completely different. I will destroy your existence. I can't stand looking at your faces anymore." "What do you say, Beerus? If this is your claim, then there is no doubt that you are the reason for what is happening with my father. Answer me now. What have you done to him, and where is my grandfather Bardock?" Gohan discovered that Beerus was really the cause of what was happening, but as soon as he thought about the attack, Beerus's body changed into the form of his counterpart, who was actually embodied in any form he wanted, to deceive Gohan and Piccolo. And then this counterpart launched a deadly attack that made Gohan breathe his last breath directly. Piccolo also suffered the same fate. Immediately after this event, Beerus intervened, who was hiding only in order not to be revealed, and this is because he did not want to be blamed on him, and that he was a reason for killing these two. After this, Beerus thought of going to meet Vegeta, who was secluded in a place by himself, sensing this on planet Earth, where he claimed saying, "Mr. Beerus, what brought you? As if you were carrying an ill intention towards me? Vegeta, there is no doubt that you felt what was going on. I killed Goku and worked to get rid of him. This is certainly what you are looking for, and it will play in your interest. There will no longer be any competitor for you in this existence, and therefore I want you to join my plans." "It's impossible! What did you do to Kakarot Beerus?" "No more talk. Either you will join me and keep the secrets of what is going on, or your end is death. You have no power over me, Vegeta. Come with me. We want to form a strong union, and you are a really suitable person to stand with me in this strategy." Vegeta knew at those times that he was besieged and that he would not survive at all if he rejected Beerus's decision, given that what he meets now is the counterpart of Beerus, who can never match him in strength, and therefore Vegeta spoke to himself, say, "Actually, I don't have the strength to fight these guys, but anyway, I will take advantage of this period and join them to gain a massive level. Then I will reap higher profits." Indeed, Vegeta joined Beerus. Then the trio secluded themselves in a place by themselves. In order to ensure that Vegeta was sincere in his words, he suggested a very dangerous idea. At this moment, in the time room, after Goku failed to escape from this place, something happened that he did not expect at all. He received a strong blow from behind that made him throw away. Dust was blown from the place, and then Goku finally discovered that his father had returned to life, and this is because he was not originally dead, and now he has a completely different body, and it does not seem that he has good intentions towards his son. "What are you doing? How did you come to life? I thought you were dead." "Your existence, Kakarot, won't do us any good. I'll end your existence. You don't deserve to live at all. You must die." Goku was surprised by his father's words, and this is because Bardock was subjected to mental influence by someone. This stage was going through Goku with very strong stress and psychological pressure, as he entered into a conflict with his father, which he did not want to be involved in at all. as he would cause harm to his parents, and this is what does not Goku want, of course. Meanwhile, Beerus's counterpart laughed, knowing full well that the plan was going well, where he said that he was the cause of what was happening. At the time when this counterpart caught Bardock, inflicting his magic to invade Bardock's body, before being stabbed by Frieza, so that he would be resurrected, but with a different mentality. In those two, Goku knew that his father would obstruct his path at this moment, so either he would die because it would take a long time without finding food, or he would dare to kill his father and distance his affection to result from this behavior. The counterpart of Beerus suggested to Vegeta that he must resort to killing Goku's sister, who was just born in the last days. Vegeta was shocked by this news, and this is because the matter will threaten his life, and it will spoil his reputation for all beings, including his wife and the rest of his friends. But as long as this threat pursues him wherever he goes, he must accomplish this mission. So he went to Chi-Chi's house, then decided to kill Jin's daughter. How do I get out? I feel unwell outside. He must be a wizard. My father must have succumbed to this influence as well. I have to kill my father. This is my final decision. Goku stood with an angry face while contemplating the features of his father, and he was confused about what to do. He wondered if he would actually dare to kill his father, which is now putting him in danger. Either he will dare to kill his father to live, or he surrenders to the matter of reality and is exposed to death. Goku spoke in the meantime, saying, "Well, my father, of course I never dared to hurt you in my life, but this is my final decision. I have decided now to kill you, as long as you are not conscious now, and as long as you will not come to your senses. I have no choice but to fight you to death. I'm sorry for what I've done, and I promise I will bring you back to life, and I will take revenge on those traitors." Meanwhile, Goku attacked his father, exposing his father to severe blows, which cost him dangerous tragic moments, knowing that Bardock gained black magic after he was exposed to him by Beerus's counterpart. However, Goku's level of strength was highly developed, which threatened Bardock's existence. The suffering continued in that case for many moments, and surprisingly, Bardock stood up again, then said literally, "You may wonder why I'm standing like this again, cockroach, but let me tell you something. I now have a body that doesn't drain energy at all, and this is because the source of my energy is magic, which means that I now excel over you with a skill that you don't have at all." Bardock at this moment screamed and raised his strength, exposing the temporal chamber to very strong tremors, which made Goku confused for fear that his father would reach a level that would threaten his life. Bardock reincarnated in a new form, which was bright and attractive. He now has terrible strength, which he lacked of course previously. I can't believe this is happening. I actually intended to kill him, but if he really doesn't drain his energy, then how am I going to get rid of him? It's impossible. Nevertheless, Goku did not stop, but continued his fight and entered into a direct conflict with this enemy, which Goku did not like to kill, but the matter of fact imposed on him that. Things went on and Bardock seemed to match Goku's level of strength perfectly. Beerus's counterpart enjoyed these moments while observing what was going on from a distance. While they were enjoying themselves in their presence, while they were hidden from the sight of Whis and the rule of destruction, the priest and Zeno also did not know, of course, that Beerus had committed such a crime, and the reason of course is due to the black magic that Beerus and his counterpart possess. At these moments on planet Earth, Vegeta finally took his path to Goku's house, then met Chi-Chi and Jin in a face that did not bode well, as Vegeta worked in the meantime to forcibly extract Jin's daughter from her, then said, "Allow me to say that this daughter has no chance of living and settling down in this generation. She was forced to be killed as a matter of fact." Chi-Chi was shocked, wondering what is happening now. Vegeta came with an exposed face without an explanation for what he is doing now, and the reason is of course due to Beerus. Either he will accomplish the task, or the fate will be dangerous for the prince. Vegeta grabbed the new daughter, then hurried her to the planet Beerus, where Beerus and his counterpart lived there. Once the two met, the counterpart spoke saying, "Well done, Vegeta. Good job. I really thought you would be the right person, so you have a gift for you later. But what are you going to do with this daughter? You better not kill her. What matters to me is my reputation. I risked myself and exposed my face to everyone on the fact that I am the culprit. But I do not want more than this. At least you can plan a prosperous future without killing souls." "No worries, Vegeta. Leave this matter to us. I told you earlier that we will play in your interest. Didn't we imprison Cockroach and kill him? This is of course what you were looking for. If you are now #1 among your people, there is no doubt that your position will flourish." Vegeta was worried. Of course, he did not want to kill Cockroach, as he intended to keep him alive so that he could compete with him and reach a very high level. However, this of course did not disturb his mood to a great extent, as long as his main goal was to attain the first rank in the levels of all beings. At this moment, and in a palace, Zeno asked again about Goku's whereabouts after he had been watching his step for a long time. "Well, priest, tell me now. I haven't enjoyed watching his steps with his parents for a long time. I want you now to obey me about their secrets and their whereabouts. Please, I miss him and I want him in my palace now." At this moment, the priest analyzed Goku's whereabouts and searched for him in the liquid of existence. The strange thing is that he didn't notice a trace of him at all, considering that he is now in another dimension. Zeno spoke after hearing this while he was in a state of shock. "What do you say, priest? You must look for him. I will not believe what is going on, otherwise the punishment will be difficult." The priest feared at this moment that he would be punished, so he went directly to another familiar dimension, which he had been implicitly going to for many years. It is the dimension of Zalama, where the priest met in that place the advisor of Zalama. "Welcome, priest. It's been a while since we haven't seen you. Looks like you're looking forward to interviewing Zalama, right?" "Actually, I am, but my goal is not that. I want to meet him for an important discussion, and I would like you to tell me where Goku is." "What do you say? Goku? You mean the person who achieved a thriving victory in the Tournament of Strength? In fact, we never met him." The priest was surprised by the words of Zalama's advisor, then decided to give a direct meeting with Zalama himself and discuss this matter. Indeed, the priest met Zalama, and then Zalama replied, "Actually, I haven't been watching his steps, nor have I ever watched it, being since the time I handed you the Super Bolt to grant a wish to the championship of the power." The priest knew at this moment that Goku had been subjected to a negative influence by someone, so he decided to suggest an idea to Zalama to resort to the Super Balls and to work on a cause to fulfill the wish of his embodiment. Otherwise, the punishment is difficult on the part of Zeno. Indeed, Zalama worked at this moment by bringing the Super Balls again and activating them after what was the last use of it in the Tournament of Power. And indeed the dragon came out, and the priest fulfilled his wish that the dragon would search for Goku's whereabouts and bring him to this place. And the shock was that the dragon was also unable to do so after Shinran was unable to fulfill this wish. The priest was surprised by this. At this moment, the priest thought about whether Goku had been subjected to an unfamiliar and extraordinary power, as the being reviewed some books after they were received by Zalma's advisor, who was one of the readers and scholars, who is distinguished by his extensive experience in the field of all levels of strength. Indeed, he read a group of books and it was found that there are types of power, including the power of light, the power of magic, the power of ki, and the power of darkness. The priest thought about whether Goku was subjected to one of the powers, and if so, he will definitely be now in a special world of spirits or something like that, and this made the priest somewhat confused because the world of spirits has unique creatures that are capable of inflicting any object with very high risks. The priest thought of seeking help from a creature since a time he had not seen him at all, after a great quarrel occurred between him and this creature. Finally, the priest returned to meet him, who was isolated in a world of his own after a quarrel occurred between the two. The priest returned to meet this being and then spoke saying, "What brought you, priest? Why did you come? Didn't we separate? Weren't we actually partners? Why are you now back to me? You must be selfish and think of your own interests." "Well, I will admit my guilt to you, but I now want you to help me. I know that you have extensive experience in the levels and types of power. and I now want you to support me. We are in danger, and if we don't work to find someone called strong, then existence will definitely be in danger. Now I want you to help me and have a gift from me, and I promise you that you will return to a prosperous life." This person was really hard to convince, but who was he? Goku decided to put forth his final energy and end this conflict at all after he thought carefully and realized that this was the best decision it must be taken. After a few seconds, Bardock suffered this severe attack, which lost his life, exhaling his last breath. Immediately after this matter, Goku returned to his normal state and is now in a hysterical state after seeing that his father was killed because of him. But nevertheless, he tried to control his nerves because this would not play in his interest. He will now have to continue fighting and training for many years to find a way out. Goku spoke to himself saying, "Now I have to find a way out. If Beerus had magic and used it to imprison me in this place, I must have magic in order to survive. Well, what if I absorb my father's power? As long as the magic affected him, he may benefit from this property, but I hope that it will not affect me." Indeed, Goku got close to his father Bardock, who is now a dead body on the ground. Goku extended his hand and then absorbed his father's power. After the limits of this matter, Goku felt the feeling of pain invading his body. He cried out at the top of his voice, as if he was in pain because of a negative effect that had befallen him, or perhaps a virus had invaded his body. After a few seconds, the situation calmed down, and he was lying on the ground, feeling pain. But what happened? Did Goku actually absorb the magic? Meanwhile, on the planet Beerus, after Vegeta became an ally of Beerus and his magician counterpart, Vegeta wondered about the reward he would receive after completing this task, and the reward was as follows. "Vegeta, as long as you have carried out our orders, there is no step now to be taken other than rewarding you with this magic that I possess now. Through this magic, you can communicate with the world of spirits, enter that world, and discover yourself. You can also control any being that does not have magic, and this of course will make you a threat even to the position of Zeno and the priest." Vegeta was shocked after hearing this speech, and this is because magic will now make him the most powerful fighter in existence after this match. Indeed, the climate of the region changed, and Vegeta shouted at the top of his voice, receiving massive shipments of magic, which made him pass out for a while, but after that the result was very terrible. Vegeta's body changed immediately after this ritual, and now he is completely different after his body was now invaded by a massive 5-degree magic. Well, I feel to you that now I have become a source of threat to everyone. I was really stupid to follow the behavior of those stupid friends, and act as if I were one of them, but nevertheless, I will remain as I am, and I have special principles that I must respect. I will obtain a high position and we will colonize this existence, especially my words are directed at that dwarf King Zeno. I am coming, and you will see a face from me that will not please you. In these situations, the priest discovered that this creature, which he summoned to help him, stipulated a set of conditions for him to accept the offer, and thus search for Goku using his superior magic, given that this creature possesses magic. So he is now considered the most suitable person who will stand to help the priest and thus escape Zeno's punishment. If you want me to help you, my priest husband, you have to leave your position as a priest of Zeno's palace. And I want to return to the place I was before millions of years ago. And I also want to have great attention and the respect of all creatures. But you have to announce the words of truth and tell everyone that everything that happened was just a lie. Indeed, the priest accepted this offer. But what are the matters or what is the misunderstanding that occurred between the priest and his wife? The priest returned and held a meeting with his children. Then his wife, who was called Micoin, was next to him. The priest announced to his children that his wife had returned, and he changed their view towards her by saying that she was actually on it is true that she did not commit a sin against her children, as she will now return to married life with the priest, and will lie in wait on the throne of the king, so that she will have a major role in Zeno's palace. Some of the angels accepted the idea, and some of them rejected this. But the presence of Micoin was necessary for Zeno and the priest, so that they could find Goku, who is now stuck in the temporal chamber, which is possessed by black magic that can only be penetrated by a skilled magician, and this is what Micoin was distinguished for. Meanwhile, in the time room, Goku's personality changed completely, and his appearance also changed after he acquired black magic, which had invaded his father's body Bardock. Goku spoke saying, "I can't believe this is happening. My body has changed. I feel like I now have awesome strength that I can now rely on to get out. But even so, as long as my strength level now is still lower than those traitors, I have to persevere and be patient and train hard until I reach the required level. Then I will get out using this magic. I can do it. I'm coming, traitor." Goku continued training, and he was suffering somewhat in this room at the level of his psyche, as he was thinking about the actions he had done towards his father Bardock. In a big way, he continued training without caring after he became in control of his feelings. Conditions went astray until something very terrible happened. A magic gate opened inside the time room, which made Goku stop training immediately to turn behind him and find that a stranger had entered this time room. And he said, "Who are you? What are you doing here? This room can't be entered unless you have magic, so how did you appear?" "Well, Goku, I may surprise you with my appearance, but let's sit down and talk quietly. I have a lot to say, and my intention is not malicious towards you. At least, you can consider this as your reward for your resilience." Meanwhile, Goku sat with Micoin, and he discovered that she was the priest's wife. Micoin claimed that her existence was something that was not taken into account, considering the priest was a reason to summon her to help him with Zeno to find Goku after the priest abandoned him millions of years ago. And this is because Micoin had been planning plans magic to make the priest love her, given that the priest was not expressing his feelings of love towards her, which made Micoin doubt this matter and make him subject to black magic. This is what created the enmity between the priest and Micoin, so that the priest dared to file a complaint with Zeno, expelled her from his palace, and abandoned her completely, leaving his children by his side, which made Micoin out of sight. But she was confident and based on her magic, which was distinguished by her alone, as she was studying in this field to a large extent, until she acquired this magic using rituals that linked her with magical spirits. Goku was shocked after receiving this information, but what made him more shocked was Micoin's words as follows. "After you have now heard my story and my relationship with the priest, let me now appear and explain to you that your friend Vegeta has betrayed you. I studied things carefully and discovered that he kidnapped your new sister from your mother Jine and then transferred her to the planet Beerus, and she is now in great danger. Vegeta has now become an ally of Beerus, and they are now the reason your presence in this place. And you can consider them as the biggest traitors who caused such plots. I can't believe that Vegeta was involved in this disaster. I will never forgive him for going out now." In the meantime, Micoin besieged Goku because the current time does not call for taking this step. If he gets out, he will definitely be killed, and this is because Vegeta now has 5-degree magic, while what Goku gained now by absorbing the power of his son is only first-class magic. So Micoin suggested that he stay in this place has to be subjected to a set of exercises and to know how to control magic until it reaches a suitable place to stand in direct combat with Vegeta. But he must be careful that Vegeta is subject to orders from the counterpart, as he is the result of a ritual that implemented by all the rulers of destruction. So Goku continued training with Micoin and learned the basics of magic, as he became fully in control of his magic. What made him study matters carefully and result in a high level. This matter caused him approximately 10 years inside the time chamber, approximately 10 days outside only without obtaining the required level. He thought of going out to take revenge on Vegeta, Beerus, and his magician counterpart. Hear me carefully, Goku. Before we take a path to take revenge on your enemies, you must realize that this may put you in danger if Zeno knows that this chaos stems mainly from the rulers of destruction. So I invite you to keep this matter away from the king. You must also know that he has been looking for you for a long time, and that is why I am here. If not, the priest would not have summoned me to come to look for you and thus bring you to the king. All you have to do now is calm yourself down and pretending that everything is fine. After that, we have to book a private appointment with those traitors, and then you can take revenge on them." Goku understood that Zeno might get angry if he knew that Goku seeks revenge on the rulers of destruction, as they are among the sanctities of existence, and should not be killed. Otherwise, this system may be ruined. Therefore, Micoin went directly to the palace to meet Zeno, as he had longed for Goku and had not seen him for a long time. As soon as the two arrived, the priest felt relieved because he had escaped Zeno's punishment, who required him to find Goku. Otherwise, he would end up at Zeno's hands. Well, Goku, I've missed you since the time when you used to spend your old days with your father. I never saw you. Where you were all this time. Don't worry, Zeno. I was in the time room. I was immersed in some training with my father, so you know that this existence needs strong fighters to stand up to protect it in the future, and therefore I was striving for the prosperity of this system. Well, if you were Goku, why don't you accept to become a high-ranking king in my palace? I think this place will suit you and I can even enjoy spending time with you for the period. Why don't you accept this offer? I think that this time is appropriate, especially since I have necessary items with you. I am really keen to make someone keen in this palace. There is Vegeta. He has become very powerful, and even Beerus told us that he has acquired a new power called the power of magic. He can help us directly in this matter. Goku was shocked after hearing this news, as he intends to kill Vegeta, who was involved in the betrayal. But if he showed his anger, then Zeno will discover the truth that Goku intends to eliminate Vegeta and all the rulers of destruction, which will make Zeno angry and dare to inflict this existence with a very great danger. For this, Micoin intervened, trying to calm things down, and then said literally, Master Zeno, if you're so keen on making someone king, I think this isn't the right time. There's still enough time to make the two train hard. I will take my path to the planet Beerus, where Vegeta resides, and we can train together collectively. In a full week, I can come back and tell you who will qualify for the job. I hope you will accept my offer. Zeno accepted this offer, but he needed a little patience to stay a whole week waiting for Goku or Vegeta. Meanwhile, in a secret place, it is the place that Beerus's evil counterpart had reserved so that no one else would know their whereabouts. A large meeting took place between a group of rulers of destruction and Vegeta, where Beerus will announce his special advisor, who is now acquiring a very sophisticated black magic. He is Vegeta, where he speaks saying, Hear me now, O kings. Thanks to Beerus and his evil counterpart, I am now the strongest fighter in this existence. I promise you that I will get rid of everyone who ruled over us for years, especially Zeno. There is no doubt that each and every one of you sees that Zeno is losing his power to him and then he monopolizes him, since your positions as rulers depend only on destruction and for petty services. Therefore, I promise you, I will make you a high place in the palace, and we will displace Zeno from his place. Some of the rulers of destruction were afraid that Vegeta would fail in this mission, given that Zeno has a very powerful technique. There is no doubt that you are still hesitant about this plan, but you should know very well that the owner of magic is a person who is not subject to any of Zeno's techniques or an ordinary being, so you must trust me and join me in helping me. I want to form a very strong empire, and I promise you that the next one will be prosperous. Focus now on my strength. At this moment, Vegeta raised his strength to a great extent in order to embody his transformation, considering that Vegeta now has black magic, and he must integrate it into his transformations. He mixed Super Saiyan 3 with this magic, and it gave the result a terrible shape. All the rulers of destruction were impressed by this transformation, and that increased their confidence in Vegeta, which he now intends to colonize this existence after he was certain that Kakaroto had died. And this is what Beerus' counterpart said himself. At these moments, and after the end of this meeting, Vegeta and Beerus returned to the planet in order to take a break and think about more future plans. But soon the two arrived and settled for a few minutes. They were surprised by the intervention of a strange being for them. She had been waiting for them for a while. Who are you, woman? Your face does not suggest that you are coming to ask for help or something like that, as if you were determined to take revenge. Vegeta, why did you do all this? Is this the way you should treat your friends? Why did you show that you are a coward and not trustworthy? What you did now towards Goku is something that is not manly, and therefore you are just cunning. What are you saying? Apparently you visited Kakaroto. Where is he now? Beerus told me he's dead, so you think I'll try to revive him? This is not my principle. I will not blame you for the cause of your retreat and your insistence on reviving him, but at least you should not have thought of joining this traitor, for I know that he is the cause of everything that happened, and that he used his evil counterpart to eliminate Goku. So why did you join him? Beerus was shocked while he was in a state of fear after discovering that this woman knew everything. From where did she know all these details? Vegeta was very angry and was eager to attack, but he was tense at the same moment, as he was completely ignorant of the level of strength of this woman, and he was also ignorant of her identity. But as soon as she told him the truth that she was the priest's wife and that she was the mother of the angels, here the shock was strong. Vegeta and Beerus did not think at the time of the attack after they discovered the truth. This is not possible, Mother of Angels? So how did you return to this life, and what is her relationship to Kakarot? It is a long story, and there is no point in telling it. But you should know that everything I do for him has a price, which is the embodiment of a higher position and the restoration of my special position in exchange for finding Goku, and I succeeded in this task. Now look carefully and see this surprise for me. At this moment, Goku appeared with an exposed and angry face, staring at Vegeta and Beerus, as if he had a strong hatred towards them. So this was all just a lie, Beerus. Why did you claim that Kakarot was dead? But even so, if he was still alive, I would at least carry out this task with my own hands. Vegeta, I will not forgive you for everything you did. You violated incest and stole my new sister. Where is she now? I will not forgive you for everything you did. Gohan was killed because of you, and now you are determined to kill my new sister. Kakarot, no need to chatter. It's you've come and fight against me. Bring it to me. Although I'm targeted away. Vegeta at this moment upgraded his power, targeting his previously shown evolution. And Goku was nervous as Vegeta's magic scores are also superior as a result of absorbing the power he took from Beerus' counterpart. But nevertheless, Goku upgraded his power and targeted his new style, which he achieved in the time chamber. The two are now standing on the battlefield. While Beerus and Micoin have decided to watch this fight until its end, and Micoin has worked to surround the place with a magical shield so that Zeno and a priest do not know the truth of what is going on. Now Vegeta, since you have reaped this prestige, I do not want you to disappoint me in you, for I am now determined to have fun with you, so be ready and strong. You too, Kakarot! For a while, we haven't had a fight like this, so I will consider this day as a big one for me, and I will write history with my own hand, as I will be a reason to end the situation of a fighter who has invaded this existence for a long time. The two attacked at once and shook the entire existence without Zeno knowing the truth of the matter. The speed increased and a group of neighboring planets were destroyed. In addition, Vegeta was wrestling with very fast attacks, while Goku was only countering these attacks with his hand. Apparently, he was confident of himself. Vegeta was attacking with his nervousness and awesome strength. However, he could not direct any pure attack towards Goku, who was also fast. Vegeta tried at this moment to change his combat strategy and attack instead of defending, and here is where the situation turned around, as Vegeta became subject to Goku's influence, which made him suffer a set of severe blows, which completely lost his control. Goku worked on the Keeper with a strong blow that made Vegeta throw away at a distant planet, which proves that Goku is not easy either, and that what he has harvested now is something that shows that Micoin has played a key role in his training. Immediately after that, Vegeta came out with a smiling face, as he laughed with an evil laugh, then said, I was proud of you, Kakarot, that's what I wanted. I was just getting into a warm-up fight to measure your strength, but it seems that what you showed now was serious. Get ready to taste the pain. No matter how strong you are, Vegeta, you will not be able to defeat me. I take upon myself the responsibility of everyone, and I will avenge my relatives. As for you, your goal is treachery and trivial matters. Therefore, your level of strength will not break its limits. Micoin surrounded this place with magic power so that Zeno could not sense this power. or follow this fight. Vegeta was angry after he suffered a set of blows from Goku, evidence that what Goku had achieved was also not underestimated, and therefore he expressed his words literally. "Well, Cockroach, you may see that this will play in your favor, but let me explain to you something important, which is that I absorbed black magic from the side of Beerus' counterpart. I now have power over you, as we are 3 against you. How do you think that you will emerge victorious after you enter into a struggle against me? I guarantee that you will fail in this first step. Keep in mind that it was all just a warm-up." Goku mocked Vegeta's words while smiling and confident of himself. As the power, he also gained his black magic, which made Vegeta worry a bit after he discovered the fact that Goku also possesses magic. Vegeta asked about the source of this magic that Goku got. Goku replied that he had recognized the Mother of the Angels, and she was a major reason for acquiring this magic. Vegeta knew at these times that the Mother of the Angels would stand by Goku, and this made him somewhat confused, so Vegeta rushed with terrible force, then punched Micoin in the face, as it would pose a danger to him, which made Goku shocked by this matter. Goku tried to push hard until it was literally said, "Goku, stop! You don't have to! You can continue! This hit just tickled me! Focus on your fight, and I will make sure to follow you!" Vegeta got angry at this moment after discovering that his strike did not pose any danger, which made him fully realize that he was now in danger, unlike anything else, so he thought of returning to fighting Goku. Then he fired a group of quick attacks that were difficult to track by ordinary beings. While these blows on Goku did not pose any danger, as he has avoided them with all his comfort, which made Vegeta grow angry and realize that it will definitely be difficult for him to defeat Goku. Goku decided at this moment to attack and perform for the first time instead of staying in a state of defense as he felt bored. Goku is now far superior to Vegeta, which made him have control in this fight. While the prince was a failure in confronting these attacks and is not qualified to withstand more, signs of fatigue seemed to appear on the prince, and this made Beerus and his counterpart angry to a large extent, as they were watching this fight from a distance in a secret place that could only be entered through magic rituals. At this moment, Beerus thought about resorting to tricks, as he told his counterpart a dangerous idea. "Oh, creature, what if we thought of using a magical creature as well? I think that relying on the idea of conjuring a Scion being will be in our favor more. So you should also know that the power of Scion has no limits and they can evolve to infinity of strength. So I suggest that if we can use the oldest Scion ever and mix it with a kind of black magic, this will play a role in our righteousness. As long as now, Beerus, you know more than me, I will do this request, but this is the last time I will deal with you in the magic aspect. So you must know that the King of Spirits may punish me if I continue to manipulate and secrete black magic in matters that are insignificant to our king." Beerus was shocked after he heard these words, and he discovered that there is a king of a world called the World of Spirits, a world that can only be entered through creatures that possess this black magic, among them the counterpart of Beerus, and therefore Beerus was afraid that this king might come out and endanger everyone. But the counterpart told him that the king cannot get out of his world, but he can control anything he wants, as long as there is a group of soldiers that he can send to the outside world to control anywhere he really wants. Indeed, the two summoned a Scion, the oldest Scion ever, named Yumoshi. The counterpart surrounded him with black magic, which will now put him under the control of this counterpart, and indeed Yumoshi is now able to fulfill the desires of Beerus and his counterpart. On the other hand, Vegeta got tired to a great extent and even lost his legendary transformation, which made him now submit to Goku's power and lie on the ground from the severity of the fatigue he was subjected to. Goku stood at this moment with an angry face and then spoke. "What do you think now, Vegeta? Are you convinced of my previous words? I told you that standing in pursuit of power or achieving a trivial goal is nothing compared to my own goals, which are limited to revenge for my friends and traitors, that the word of truth will last indefinitely. As for the pursuit of selfish goals that only ends in failure, I congratulate you, Vegeta, for this betrayal of yours. You proved to me that you have been deceiving me all this time that I knew you. You stabbed me behind my back, and this is what I absolutely do not accept from my friends. Do whatever you want, Cockroach. You will not see a sad face begging you to have mercy on me. And I also congratulate you on your victory. But keep in mind that I am still the strongest. and what you sought now was only the help of that idiot Micoin. Indeed, Goku decided to drop his attack on Vegeta, and Goku quickly extended his hands to drop this attack. And soon, Goku extended his hands to drop this attack. He was shocked by something strange, which made him stand paralyzed from the shock. Vegeta disappeared from sight, but where did he go? Where did he go? I can't believe what's going on. Perhaps there is someone who has been watching us from a distance and has superpowers, but whoever I have to come to the palace now, I must meet someone very important. Goku and Micoin resorted at this moment to the palace again in order to meet Whis, as Micoin had discovered that Whis made his way to the palace in order to inform Zeno about the fact that Goku had rebelled and thought of killing Beerus, and this is what made Goku rush to the palace to prevent Whis from that. And indeed, he managed to besiege him. Whis stood opposite him with Goku as it was literally said, "What are you seeking with? Are you also trying to deceive me, or what? You saw that Beerus was guilty, so why are you now thinking of telling the truth to Zeno? Don't you see that this will endanger us all?" Actually, Goku, I fully realize that you have been betrayed, but I fully realize that your submission to Zeno's torment is something that will affect you as well, and as a matter of satisfaction for myself, I have to protect Beerus even if he is wrong, and I apologize for that. Goku got angry after hearing this and decided to punish Whis for this act until the priest intervened, then prevented Goku from that, begging him to have mercy on him and begging him to forgive Whis and Beerus as well, so that they may return to their sense. But this does not mean that they will escape from the torment, which will the priest punishes them himself as their father, so he will take on this task. Goku retracted his decision and thought of meeting Zeno. Zeno was happy after Goku's return, and Micoin told him that Goku is now qualified to possess the position of king, as he had won a fight against Vegeta. As for Vegeta, she said that she had taken him to a place to rest a little after he felt very tired. Zeno thought at this moment about rewarding Goku with the position of king until that a very terrible thing happened. The entire Zeno palace shook and the entire existence shook for several minutes, and this made all people puzzled, thinking about what is happening. Perhaps someone has invaded this existence and is seeking revenge, but surprisingly, Goku has discovered that there is a Saiyan being who appeared beside the palace with the intention of revenge. This creature grabbed the priest and then tried to kill him, until Goku intervened to prevent that and forced this creature to undergo strong blows from Goku, until he decided to take a fight against him individually. So who sent this person to fight, and will he defeat Goku or what? All this plan was orchestrated by Beerus and his counterpart again. Will they defeat Goku using this dangerous fighter, or is Goku still lurking at the top of the best fighter? We will discover these secrets in the next episode, of course. But before, I want you to visit my new friend's channel, which he creating a channel for stories. I will leave you its link in the first comment. You can watch his first video within this video. Thank you for your support and see you later.